Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Afro Sheepdog. I wanted to get us back going this year with a great compilation from the THPP Network Studios. It's a compilation on the legendary Corey Holcomb, speaking on something that this year we're going to tackle a lot. You feel me? We're going to tackle him a lot. There's too many people talking rubbish, mad rubbish, and we'll see them. Let's go.
The streets got eyes and telepathy, homie. We be peeping what you doing, homie.
Welcome to the Really Good Podcast with your host, Bobby Altoff. Today we have
Suki with the good coochie.
Oh my Jesus.
Suki with the good coochie. What could you be doing right now?
Nasty stuff. Yeah, like anything.
You make a lot of money doing that.
As everybody know, I'm Suki with the good coochie, so I always make a lot of money.
How many should it take a woman to get 500,000?
In this country, a girl.
Put your guess in the comments. How many should it take a woman to get 500,000? How many eggplants does it take these Jezebels to make $500,000?
Girl who knows how to hustle lanes can get money like that fast. If you know how to hustle a lane.
Yeah.
But the girls who know how to get beat up and work the next fool, they can get their paper.
If you can't do a split, I don't even know.
It's the world we live in.
So when you get hunched on, what you do? You just lay back? You're not even in the world of financial freedom if you ain't know how to do no split on no my girl.
Listen. Oh my Jesus, that's her perception of financial freedom. And I know she's just talking shit, but that's really how these women are moving. She said, you ain't in no financial freedom unless you know how to, oh my Jesus, man, these women are terrible. Terrible.
Stay in power in this business. You're not giving it its full credibility. See, this is what happens with this podcast world. You be hot for a second. All you hot, you be hot for a second.
I ain't even hot right now. All right. Do what you can to get me hot. All right, get your boy. We working over here. At least for a second.
But then when people really cue in on who you are, they say, oh, this ain't I'm gone.
Oh my God.
You wanted to be on here.
Huh?
You wanted to be on my podcast.
Why you keep saying that, Kevin? Man, I honestly didn't even want to do this shit. I don't do interviews. You heard, you already told me you looked me up. I'm walking out on board.
At the people peep you. Because that's what happens in the real world. Like it's some who come out, you thought they was the I remember when they used to say, Dane Cook is so funny. I'm just putting it out there.
Dane Cook to me is like, I don't know, man. He's like the Kevin Hart of white comedy to me. Like, everybody swore he was funny as shit. I'm just looking at y'all. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
just using a comic.
I remember
man,
that.
at the people tune in and watch that motherfucker. Like, oh, he ain't
Oh my God.
This is hype.
You thought that all I was a magician or whatever you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. I said
I
musician,
think
not
what-
magician.
I don't think, baby,
But-
I don't think.
As you guys fade.
On one hand, one sentence confirmed the other. She said, I'm not a musician. I do music. And I don't think. God mercy. Woman, these are your heroes.
Y'all stop blaming everything else. They done peeped you. They see you ain't You get a run of perpetrating, hey, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. After them people peep you, dog, they gonna be like, oh, this ain't
No, baby, I do music.
For the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
In other words,
Yeah.
you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Lose the connection mentally to the vagina. There should be no connection. Your vagina was given to you to hustle with if you wasn't raised right. If you wasn't raised right, you can say, but I still got this.
He's stupid. All right.
I know some girls who
Listen, if men are not supposed to think with our penises, right? If we're not supposed to, man, fuck this shit. If we're not supposed to think with our dicks, right? What makes women think that that is the way they're supposed to go? It's almost like you ask men to do something, and then you proceeded to adopt everything wrong that we were doing for the last however many 100 years or thousands of years, whatever. Uh, because now women just, I mean, again, making generalizations, but the culture teaches women to think with their vaginas, and it's like, bro, there's a lot more to you than that. If that's all you have to offer, listen, man, it gonna expire. That shit gonna expire, bro. Listen, man, at a certain age, the dick don't work. You gotta have more to offer than that. All right? So that's just the reality. A nigga who was slinging in their 20s, you're in your 40s, you're not playing them games. You're in your 50s, you're not playing them games. Stay healthy, but life is life, you know? So, shit.
Be good because they hustle the wallet between their legs. It ain't connected to nothing.
This video was great. I was going through the videos on YouTube, and I thought this was a fantastic video because it really displayed one of the new, just, I don't even know what to describe these women as, but one of the new Jezebels that's leading the woman of today. Sukihana, Suki with the good coochie. I mean, goddamn, bro. And what we're going to be seeing today is her display of just non-entity, her display of just lack of sense. She's doing it on the Bobby Althoff show. Bobby is, at this point, everybody just knows her as an industry plant. Again, there's nothing wrong with having connections and utilizing connections. It's a harder thing to just be a vulture of our culture. It's a harder thing to just come in and with no... I mean, most of her interviews just look like she's looking to insult these folks. So let's see the display of stupidity across these two folks. Let's go.
Well, once again, we are at a loss for words. Why are we at a loss for words? Because Sukihana, she's back at it, impressing us all with her intellect, letting us know that we are all mental midgets compared to the words of wisdom she will espouse on a minute-by-minute basis whenever a microphone's in front of her. The forum she uses to espouse such value and such intellectual prowess is the Bobby Althoff podcast, where she drops such gems as, I'm not a musician. What do you think that is? Someone who does magic?
I didn't know that about you,
What do you know?
that you're a musician.
So I'm a musician. What that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician.
Now, folks, the first time I saw this, I was like, nah, she was trolling. Like, you see the Offset interview that they had? Offset was trolling the girl. So in my head, I'm like, okay, she's definitely doing that. But then the more I watch this shit and I just look at her body, like, she was genuinely offended. Like, Jesus.
Make music.
And other gems like, I don't think that's ghetto. I do, and I know.
What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
Think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician.
Now, look, at one point, this has to be a big joke that we're just not in on it. At one point, someone has to take a step back. People who are advising her has to say, ma'am, it's getting a little old. I mean, we already had you saying you was out there eating a butt in England and getting scratched out. We already see you up there twerking on the red carpet. We've seen so many things from you, but what we haven't seen is you sit down and act like you got some common sense more than one interview in a row.
Just not even common sense, just self-respect, fam. Like, it's one thing to not want to look like the smartest person in the room, et cetera, et cetera. It's a whole other ballgame when you just espouse straight buffoonery. Like, man, nothing you say makes a fucking lick of sense, bro. You feel me? And it's like, dog, what are you, like, and these people are parents, fam. Like, I don't know if she's a parent or not, but, like, these people are parents, man. Like, most of these girls are parents. Like, they have kids at home. And you'd be surprised, half of them won't even let their kids watch the same shit that they're espousing. Because they know what the fuck they're doing. It's us. It's our kids that are getting screwed over. I ain't got no kids, but
And for the naysayers out there, the folks who say absolutely that she should be able to do what she should do, you're absolutely correct. Sukihana has free agency to be as ratchet, as ignorant, and as stupid as she wants to be. Just like we have free agency to criticize it, clown her, and kick that back in whenever we feel like it.
I don't want to be a victim to the world. I'm not just a celebrity. I have a real life and I make mistakes like everybody.
Girl, who the is you? Let me get a mother fish fillet.
He belongs to the streets.
When you have
To the tarmac. She belongs to where airplanes take off. Oh my Jesus.
women in a community who feel like there's no repercussions to the dirt they do, the community cannot thrive.
Facts. Listen, we say this every time when we're talking to women. The one repercussion that holds men back from just talking nonsense is violence. You know, like there's this level you talk to which a motherfucker gonna slap the shit out of you. You understand? Women, they've never been trained to understand that fear. I mean, now they're picking up manly qualities, so hopefully in a few years they'll get that shit. But in the meantime, they've never had repercussions. Everything has been celebrated for them. Every single version of them has been celebrated. So what happens now is they're coming out in society. This is what happens when you have undisciplined people. And Corey's right. If the nurturers and the people who provide stability and backbone to the community don't have discipline, the community has no discipline. Like they ain't no hippity hoppity about that. Like there's no bobbing and weaving that shit. You're not gonna have anything. The men will lose their morals in their pursuit of women without morals. That's how it works.
The people that are judging Brittany Renner for saying that she slept with 35 men, she's living in her truth. A lot of y'all think that money, getting paid to don't count as a body. It don't count. What?
Did my career, my Yasmin Davis thing, and she only has 52 titles, honey. She's not loose, so that's a long.
So you know that
that's
was
a
my
lot
next
of
question.
years. Personal body count is low. I don't consider work. It don't matter. Work bodies don't count. No.
What? You hear this stottery, this foolishness, this. Oh my God! I want to swear for you guys, man. I want to swear for you guys because what?
That's business.
Me, the woman, her body count is low, but the star, yeah, she outside.
What?
And I guarantee you something. There's a lot of ladies out there who feel like this. They feel like their hustle box is their financial freedom. It's just like the same ladies who say, you know what? You got to pay this much to take me out to dinner because I'm worth this much.
And you know what's more annoying about this thing? The good women are getting pressured significantly. Like even the women who were raised right, there's so much external pressure from these bottom feeders that the good women are losing their morals. And again, this goes back to what I'm saying. Half these women, they inherently know that what they're saying doesn't make any sense. But if the community as a whole keeps on telling them this, it's FOMO. They don't want to miss out. Because the community now makes it seem like that money is just there to be plucked. Just use your vagina lips and pluck it from the air. You know? But that is not the reality of life. And he leaves these women unsatisfied. That's the problem. The problem is, it's like what happened with men. Like, I don't think women realize it, but the reason why men have chilled out on this whole excessive hustle culture shit is because most of us realize, dude, you're literally gonna be unproductive because it's not feasible. It's not feasible. And once that reality hits, you'll find your cadence and you build according to where you're supposed to build. This idea that your pussy lips are supposed to get you this lifestyle that is unearned is wild to me. And simp ass men, again, we all say this, but simp ass men, you are to blame for this in a lot of ways. I'm not saying we shouldn't listen to women, but we are here to give direction. So when a woman tells you some wild ass shit, you should be able to caution that woman if you are strong in yourself. So there goes that part.
And I ain't no average person, so I can't go to an average Olive Garden. I can't go to an average Cheesecake Factory. No. You need to take me to a Roof Chris.
Why black men make dating so difficult.
And it's simply because they don't have money.
I would not be dating black men at all.
The men are poor. Yeah.
If you want my time, if you want to hang out, if you want to buy me gifts, sure. But I'm not doing that in return. Like, my presence is enough.
I don't want to go to where regular people go. I want to go to where the people that got money let a take me to nothing less than what I will take myself.
What about that decorum should be allowed in a place where people with money at? What about the way you carried yourself in that moment says, yeah, that person is going to make me look good in a space where there's power? This is what women are understanding. Are women, the reason a lot of these guys take white women or any of these other races into these rooms is because they know how to chill and be, like, you know how to chill in your space. You know how to be feminine in that space. If I take you in the room and I'm talking business with somebody and you're jumping over me, that, to men, that says I have no control of my home. So why would I trust you with business? So what about that decorum says I should take you into that room? That's the thing.
Red flag. If I wanted to go to Olive Garden, yeah, I quickly curved that and suggested a place that wasn't Olive Garden.
Okay. Now look at the face of the individual that look at the face of a goddamn butterface. I don't even know what the rest of it looks like, but at least so far the face doesn't qualify. And you are talking as if no, when you came out of your mother's womb, you came out with a certificate that says go pussy only. Bitch, get the fuck out of here with that.
The grocery store, but not offer to pay for your groceries? Get out of my face, I beg your pardon?
Yeah.
You 9 to 5 at
Yeah, my favorite.
JP Morgan or something, hell yeah, because I know that Friday check about to have multiple zeros. That little bank.
How much would that man have to make to date you?
I'm just being honest, like at least over 500,000.
Not a lot.
Look at the people. Look at what about you demands that? What have you done? I'm with you. I ain't mad. Let's go.
Not. You're going to have to be in the mid to high six figures at this point.
I mean, Benihana might be a little bit too less for me if you ain't spending $300 or $400, right? Because this is their idea, their stupid and twisted, demented idea is that what's between their legs grants them financial freedom.
If I take you to a restaurant and I'm spending $400 on you on a first date, you should be worried. You should be asking, why in God's name is this man so irresponsible with his shit that he thinks that spending $400 on a date the first time he meets a girl makes sense? That is common sense. But the thing is, you guys don't even know how to look. You don't even know what you're looking for in a man. What you don't even know what is necessary for a man to be successful over a long term, to survive the cadences of life. See, most of these girls think that when you reach that top level, that's it. No, you go through cadences, bro. You go through cadences. Even the richest man in the world, you think when Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion, that he was cash rich? No, that man liquidated everything. He liquidated shares, but he's still rich in general. It's cadences. The same is said for a man in a regular job. If you know how to pick a right man, he's going to go through cadences. That's his income today. That's not his income tomorrow. And if it is his income tomorrow, then you motivate that man. Not emasculate. You motivate the man.
But what happened? What happened to the feminists, the so-called empowerment movement that all of these women were preaching for so long, saying that, listen.
It died at the feet of city girls.
Listen to me. It's my brain that I want you to value. It's my essence as a woman that I want you to value. No, ma'am. We all know what you're really trying to get us to value, and it's what's between your legs.
I mean, but what's it like dating 5 people at the same time?
It's just like juggling. You have to be talented.
Are you sleeping with all 5 of them?
Not all of them. Jim.
Why not all? What's the deciding factor?
There's different guys for different situations. Some guys, I just want to go to... I forgot that I'm recording this.
And if you just want to get into
put a mic in their face, and they just, it's like sales, man. You ask an open-ended question, and just let them talk, and they will walk themselves right into exactly what stupor looks like. Benny was about to explain to us. She was really about to explain to us.
hooking, you might as well just say so, because that's what you just reduced yourself to. You reduced yourself to, just like Patrice O'Neal said, a series of holes to get over.
How would you keep your man past 2 months if you didn't have a vagina? You can talk, you can talk. Suck his okay, mouth. Asshole, okay, great. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, I've been getting beaten the whole show, right? But I give women the opportunity to say, I'm gonna make myself worth more. But you just classified yourself as a series of holes, but you know,
we're the problem.
I'm supposed to treat you special, but you're just a bunch of holes to yourself.
Oh my Jesus.
Well, look, whatever.
Let's not let Bobby Altoff off the hook here. She ain't getting off that easy.
Like, none of these answers are to me.
Both Lil Yachty and Drake made a sneak diss on their song Another Late Night after she burnt bridges with both, with her dismissive, uninterested, disrespectful, flippant attitude towards the ones that made her famous.
Thinking about this pill I took, pillow talking, widows in my comments talking about some Millie Bobby. So to the game we get to really flocking.
Used to white and now she thinks she really popping.
Bobby gotta stack her chips high while she got her 15 minutes of fame. So she out here riding the Drake wave, securing interviews, even appearing on Keke Palmer's podcast, acknowledging Drake's
Keke Palmer has a podcast. Oh, I'm not even gonna touch that.
appearance. Set her up for success through his name alone.
And he's definitely, clearly changed the trajectory of, that was a big word.
He did change it.
Changed my whole career. So I
found out about you from him. So I
think he, either him or Funny Marco, but both of them. So
look at you giving the black people props.
Oh,
yes.
Without them, it's like I was still gonna be posting with my 100K view. That interviewing him, it's gonna change my life, and it did.
But the hilarious thing about all this is a sneak diss. Keke Palmer delivers ruthlessly on Bobby.
What would you say to the people that feel like, okay, you're just capitalizing without concern? If that's not who you are, what would you say you are doing?
I definitely can see how people would come to that conclusion. It's like,
then there's always the industry plant gag.
I know.
You're not an industry plant, right?
I am, but...
Oh my God. And okay, self-deprecating humor, it works. She's I mean, it's obvious what she's doing. She's selling market now. She's gonna self-deprecate herself, and then that way we all, sis, nah, B, get the fuck out of here.
So wait, what is the industry plant to you?
I don't know. I mean, the industry is helping you. I don't know where.
What I think is the industry plant is some.
Auntie said the industry is helping you. Yes, the industry is helping you.
Somebody that is tied to someone else in the industry and uses those connections to capitalize, and they have zero talent.
Whoa. That makes more sense than what I thought it was. So
she sent them shots in person.
Don't have any ties. Yeah. Just have
Well, you do feel kind of planty. We do have the same manager, so is this
I know, isn't that crazy?
Feels a bit planty.
This is.
And all I'm going to say is that one of them has been in the industry for 20 plus years. The other one popped up out of nowhere.
It's definitely
you got here in 5 minutes. It took me 20 years.
Hey, it has been.
Exposure and clout for these clout succubis, for these clout demons, may be what she's really after, so the joke's on us. But I guess it's all good to sell your soul for a bag and an ounce of fame.
I flew all the way here on my daughter's first birthday.
You missed your daughter's first birthday.
To be here.
Offset said, forget it. I'm gonna take off the gloves and let's give her a full.
She had to be joking, right? What would you do for the Klondike bar? What would you do for the Cloudhead bar? I'm just baffled by these people, man. I'm just baffled by these people. I don't even know what to say. Jesus, man.
Load of her medicine and embarrass her on her own podcast if I'm forced to do this interview.
Okay.
What do you do? That's the question.
I interview people
Why?
because I want to get to know them.
Why do you want to get to know me?
I didn't.
Stop the cap. You did.
Your team reached out to mine.
Don't cap. Let's not cap about that. That's not flex for the ground. Uh-oh.
Hold up by the neck.
CAP. Flag on the play. You should try to make a song.
I honestly don't know how this came about. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bro, there's no way, bro.
Me either.
Okay, well, my team could have reached out to yours. I'm not gonna. I don't want to make.
The girl is a plant. She just shows up for work. Do you understand? Like I believe she truly has no fucking clue how she got there. Nor does he. The same way the Kiki Palmer one, same managers. I think it's the same idea. Again, what's the academics touched on this? Her management company. It's the same management company with a lot of these cats.
You look back.
They had to show me who Bobby was. I thought they were talking about Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, they had to show me what
The
else
water boy, because you like water, so it matched.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It really, really sucks. You're bad people.
I googled you on the way here, and I read something about you.
I had to go on TikTok. I couldn't even Google you.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
I had to go TikTok search. I couldn't Google you. Google's not there yet. Not there yet.
Oh my God.
But you'll be there.
You're not on Google yet, but you'll be there.
You be there.
Are you gonna walk out of this interview? Was that something you intended to do at some point? You were gonna go.
I mean,
now you can't because it'd be awkward. So did you plan on doing that?
Walking out on you?
Mm-hmm.
From the onset, Offset did not let off the gas.
She tried to be slick with that because she assumes that, okay, if this is the direction the podcast is going, then more than likely he's going to walk off on me soon. So she wants to not preempt him walking off, make it look stupid for him to walk off. But now he's going to have to sit there and really grill her ass.
Gas, mercilessly roasting Bobby like a lechon pig on a spit, skewing her at every turn.
You need to get the off TikTok.
Sorry, that's my job.
You kind of like, you've talked about TikTok like 12 times on this.
It's how I make my money.
Excuses are for the incompetent.
Ooh,
You ain't got no season.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. No cap, though.
Man, you like a plain piece of chicken, just on the thing, you pull it off, and then you serve the dish. You need some more seasoning, man. Damn, I'm trying to get you to play. You lost in the sauce. You ain't shaking my hand. Just a little
Have a
sprinkle
great
of
day off
seasoning.
that.
Oh, Jesus. Emotional damage.
Just a little seasoning.
All right, you can leave now.
This is my hotel. I paid for this. You can.
You remember what I said about the whole walking off? Now he gonna have to sit there.
Leave now.
I just wanted to give her a taste of like herself. You asked me a crazy question. I'm gonna reverse it to you. And I know you ain't gonna be quick as me. You just ain't smart as me. It's just like you not know. At all your interviews, ain't nobody cut. They just laugh or like.
It's like the joke's always on them.
Yeah, not on me. I'm also doing my research and see what's going on. I ain't never walking into nothing blind.
The bottom line is this, polite savages. Both Sukihana and Bobby are being phony and being fake. Sukihana already knows she's playing a part. She's an OFIG model, still hawking her goods, cookies, and assets on the internet, cosplaying as a musician on the side. And probably that's what she means when she says she isn't a musician. She just does music, among other things, as evident on her Only the Hams account. Then we got Bobby Althoff, who happens to be a mid-tier, TikTok mom influencer, somehow hooked up with a good manager, getting these famous celebrity interviews into becoming a successfully legit industry plant podcaster.
We're gonna do a separate video on Bobby Althoff because she deserves her own fucking video. She deserves her own. There's a few good videos on here that we'll use as a guide as we talk about it. But yeah, she deserves her own freaking thing. But again, folks, what do we see here? We see that these people are, like he said, they know exactly what they're doing. They're giving us They're giving us what we eat up. Well, their audience what they'll eat up. Because here at Afro Sheepdog, we don't play none of that shit. We call that shit out. We don't play none of that shit. Listen. Our movement is called the Afro Elite Movement. You understand? It's a representation of what it means to be an elite Afro individual. We're not playing none of this. We can offer significantly more than this. Women, their value significantly more than this. You don't see this idiot going to go interview actual credible women. Why hasn't she sat down with Candace Owens? I'd love to see that. Right? But again, the industry knows what it's doing. It's up to you to either be a sheep or be a dog about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Afro Sheepdog. See you next time.